Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com, and we want to talk to you about the Airush Smart Bar. A lot of people are asking us about this to describe what is so smart. Well, I'm not sure. There's a lot of adjustability in this bar, and to understand what it can do, it is pretty amazing what you can do with it. You can fly, I would say, any size kite and any model type of kite with this bar, as long as it's 4-line. Anything 5-line it is not set up for that, but anything 4-line out there on the market, this bar can fly it and has a limited amount of adjustability. To me, truthfully, I wouldn't do all the adjustments as much, but I would change the bar ends, which are a really neat system I'm going to show you first. So the first thing is the difference of you can see the buttons here on the back side of the bar. This is to change the length. It can go from a 45 to a 55, and depending on what kite you want to fly or how fast you want it to turn, how much leverage you want. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do this. You push the button in, slide the bar end out, make sure this doesn't go anywhere. Of course, you can wrap up some of your lines. Once you get to that, remove the little slider that is on here and store that in a good spot. And then simply push the button, slide the bar back in, simply. There we go. Once it's locked into place, it keys in so it can't spin, and just make sure your button is up in here and you're safe and sound. Now the main thing is make sure this little piece is put in your bag somewhere so you don't lose this piece. You definitely want this piece in here. It can operate without it, but that would be kind of odd. Anyway, once you shrink down both sides of the bar, I'll do it and take the time because I just want to show you exactly how this works. Kick it back in. You can do this on the fly. Throw these back into your bag, and there you go. There's your 45-centimeter bar. So it's real simple and easy. You want to play with some coloring, put your white on the other side. Kind of have fun with it. Anyway, this key's in. Simply put, there's that side back out. And you want to make sure you do both sides. You don't want to do just one. You can imagine having one side being shorter and longer than the other. Once you put these in, now I recommend if you do this and you do change this out, again, all these little parts and pieces in here need to be cleaned and probably lubed with some kind of oil in here to keep it from corroding, having aluminum corrosion and stuff like that. But if you do it and clean it regularly, you're not going to have a problem. But if you're one of the guys that leaves this stuff sitting on the beach all the time, pick it up and throw it in your bag, you're going to start having problems probably with some of these parts and pieces. But get them cleaned out, spray them with oil, and you're fine. The next one is their chicken loop. They have a really nice spinning type chicken loop, real smooth, ball bearing inside of here, doesn't get sticky. Now some of the guys who say that they want to do a lot of unhook tricks, I would say that you're going to have kind of a problem on your side, because once you unhook, this thing is weighted, and if it's smooth like this, it'll stay down below and it's hard to hook back in. But that's about the only downfall I have with this chicken loop. Everything has its ups and its downs. The release, the neat part about it is the release also works when it's bumped all the way up against the bar, which some of them don't. This one does, and it's very simple by push away. Once you push, the gate opens and everything releases out. And very nice molding pieces. Again, keep this stuff clean. Wear and tear comes from the sand. It has a center safety pull. It runs down through the middle of the chicken loop, meaning that when this thing spins, nothing tangles up, which is a really nice system and keeps it all clean. It has a molded lock tube in here, and if you undo the bolts, you can actually slide this thing off and keep it off to the side if you don't want it in there for unhook type tricks. But 99% of the people will want the lock tube in there and leave it onto their system at all times. It's not that hard, very simple to use. They definitely thought it out really well. Nice and clean chicken loop. The other thing is they have a stopper. Now they leave their stopper installed on here. The stopper on this bar actually will slide partially. It just kind of gives you a little bit of tension against it. It's not a full lock-off stopper ball. So if you're one of those who likes to lock it and ride with one hand, the Airush does not do that. It will give you a little tension, but it will continue to slide on the system, which is okay. A lot of people don't even use them at all. Now the sheeting strap on this is basically the same one they've used for all the years. It's a simple pull-pull system, and they try to make it as much idiot-proof as possible. You want more power, you pull on it, it lets it out, and less power, you pull in. Now this lets out in increments, so if you pull on one, you pull it in, you can actually sheet out 1 inch. If you pull in 1 inch, it'll let it out 1 inch. It's a neat system. This was Designed this many years ago for Airush, and it's still used on the system. It's used on a lot of other kite systems as well. Easy to replace your chicken loop. It's all inside of here. It all ties off, and a nice system there. Other than that, the only other benefit that this bar has too is the lines. Your lines are all linked in the system, and linking in the system means that you can make this to a 16-meter line set. You can make it a 20-meter line set, 22-meter line set, or 25-meter line set. So that's a really neat addition if you feel that you actually want to change them out. The ends of the lines have pigtails on them. Those pigtails will just move down as you take the segments out. So I recommend if you're going to do that regularly, make sure you have a winder to wind your lines on, or little baggies or something to slide those in so you don't lose them. Other than that, on the ends of the bars, it has a nice safety pull system. It's kind of a backup safety. A lot of bars are having this, which I really like. Just in case anything else tangles, your safety tangles, you can simply grab one of these lines on either side, loops, and throw your bar. And again, that's the Airush, and the 2010 and the 2011 is basically the same with a little bit of changes maybe in the coloring, but it comes with a leash and everything else ready to go. A really nice system will fly any kite in the industry as long as it's 4-line. And Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com.